My first memory was 4-year-old me drooling over my mother's bare shoulder. She makes sure to keep swaying because she needs me to stay quiet, to not interrupt the drowning at the foot of the hospital bed where my father lay sprawled, his legs floating along the linoleum, his left hand tucking in his mother's right foot. The doctor says something where his mouth contorts into a garrote. My father lets out a cry, a hook that tears itself into my earlobe, the kind of childlike wail that disrupts the homily until the echo is carried away outside, and you know they feel awful. It's not their fault. But after you drag your finger through the water and see them red and exasperated outside, you say nothing to them. And what is the point of pride when your boat burns into the ocean? When you are the fire and the ship sinking and the salt digging into eyes? Skin of your hands torn from grabbing the anchor dragged by the riptide. What then can a circling family in the hospital do when their captain is damning the god his mother reminded them to pray to every night because she said, "You never know when will be your time." Even though a week prior, my parents were asking around for white headbands and incense and life vests to prepare for the funeral. My father and I trade bedwetting stories. Once, I made a mess of myself. Turned the white Power Ranger yellow. 5th pair of underwear ruined. Stood in front of the fan for like half the day to dry. Thought about telling my father the truth. Instead, thought about sticking my fingers through the metal cracks. Either way, he would see red. Blood from his belt, below the pantry door. Why wouldn't he be angry, working long nights at the hospital, to come home and see just another accident, a wasted piece of fabric, untimely rip, spoiling soil, untapped potential. I can see the piece of wall my father elbowed. I can see the carpet where my knees left table marks. Never cried with company over. So many body fluids, urine or tears. Either way, just another accident. Once, my father grew up in Saigon. There was no middle class, just rich or bones along the road, waiting to be buried in broth, to feed their young to a soldier. They would cause so much racket, was hard enough to sleep. 3 of his 7 siblings, my father, his mother, in one bed. Again, my father woke up humid, found himself crying in his own urine. His mother awoke, and without hesitation, without waking his brothers, picked up my father, like the spots left on the boat, or what family the bay swept. Either way, they switched spots. My father watched his mother fall asleep without complaining, her heavy forearm a sponge, her hygiene a small sacrifice. Puddle of guilt. That's what love is. Wet and unclear, orange agent stains, getting used to the odor, and perfect smeared horizon. My father cried himself asleep that night. The sheets became the Westlake. My father never wet the bed again. So I've been on tour.